Hi everybody, I'm Jonathan Haskell. I'm the Executive Director of YOKE Youth Ministries.
And I'm Sarah Schaefnacher. I'm the Program Director here at YOKE. We thought we would take just a couple minutes to share with you 3 big things that we are really excited have been happening in 2021.
Number 1 has to be a return to campus, right?
Yeah.
Of course, with the COVID-19 pandemic, we had to move everything off-site. We couldn't be in school buildings, so we're excited this fall to be able to be back on campus, interacting with kids in the school buildings. And we've got 22 clubs right now that are doing that kind of on-campus, in-person programming, so that's great news.
Yeah, and 22 clubs means over 140 leaders, volunteers, who are serving in those public schools every week. So that's really, really exciting. Just a couple of snippets of what that looks like. One, we're really celebrating big. One of our YOKE kids at Rutledge in Granger County, through a relationship with her YOKE folk, went to church with her YOKE folk after club one night and made a decision to follow Jesus. So that's like the ultimate, right? Thing that we celebrate is that kind of life change, and we know that her YOKE folk will keep walking with her and keep showing her the things of the Lord. So that's a huge win for us and for the kingdom, right? We're also celebrating things like Union Grove and Powell, some of these schools that don't miss a beat. They've got big clubs going all the time, great leaders, but it's really cool to see that former YOKE kids are their leaders. Yeah. Former YOKE kids are future folk and YOKE folk and even team leaders in some of those schools. So it's really neat to see how those YOKE kids want to come back and pour in like they've received. So,
feels like a win.
Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah, we celebrate that big. We've also got some schools that have some new life breathed into them that maybe weren't blowing and going before COVID. Schools like Bearden and South Doyle and even Herman Valley that have seen brand new teams rebuild this year, and they're reaching a lot of kids. So really, really excited to see some of that new growth as well. And Summer Adventures, right after I came, Summer Adventures was first on the docket. Those were 2 really fun days where we got to engage with some kids. And we had over 100 kids each of those days, most of whom who had never been to a YOKE club before, which is unusual. But those kids were lined up at open houses and first clubs at their schools. They were ready to jump in. So a really neat point of connection for us. And last but not least, fall camps. This fall happened. We leaned into our partnership at Camp by YOKE, and I think I still have color powder under my nails, but we designed some really fun, we designed some really fun, full day. Was it a 13-hour day of camp? So the kids and leaders got that camp experience that lots of us know and love, but did that in a more safe way, just based on everything we're still walking through, right? So a lot to celebrate this year when it comes to reaching kids with the gospel.
Yeah. Second big thing is just God continuing to bless YOKE financially. Of course, last year we were celebrating kind of being debt-free, and that was such a big blessing going into the COVID-19 pandemic and some months of uncertainty. This year we've got another opportunity, just an incredible opportunity. One of our donors has provided a matching gift through the end of the year. So every dollar that you give to YOKE through the end of the year will be doubled up to a total of $25,000, and that's certainly worth celebrating. There's literally never been a better time to invest in YOKE. You can go to yokeyouth.com/give for all the details on ways that you can do that. Of course, last year about this time too, we were just beginning to have these first conversations about bringing Sarah onto our staff. So the third big thing has kind of been some personnel changes, and it turns out you weren't the only blessing.
I wasn't, yeah. This third thing is what God's been doing through our board and our staff. I'm really excited to see, since I came, God's brought 3 new other staff to our ranks for area directors, and those 2 men and 1 woman are serving in their home communities. So that's a really cool thing to see local people leading their local teams. They are experts on their areas, and so we're really, really excited that God brought them.
Yeah, the staff has continued to grow, but our board has continued to grow as well, and that's been such a blessing for all of these areas of health and flourishing in our organization. We added 4 new members to our board of directors this year, and we engaged those folks with a pretty important task this fall. We spent a great amount of time formulating a strategic plan that will continue to guide us through the next 3 to 5 years of ministry together.
Yeah, it's been really cool to see the board just stand up alongside us and weather all these changes and and to even blaze this trail forward. So we're super excited. This is a great time. If you've been kind of on the sidelines with Yoke and you're feeling maybe a little tug, take a step toward joining God's mission with us. Whether that is that you want to pray really specifically, if you want to become a financial partner, if you're interested in joining a team, or if you just want to love the school in your own neighborhood, or even love a school in your neighborhood through your business or your church. There are a lot of opportunities to do that, and this is a really exciting time to take the step.
It really is.
Yeah.
From all of us here at Yoke, we want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and God's richest blessings in the new year.